Good morning, students. So, we are starting with a new topic thoughts of management. Yesterday, we had seen what are the importance of management and nature of management. Before that, we had seen principles of management given by Henry Fayol and administrative principles given by Henry Fayol. Now, let us see a new topic that is thoughts of management. Now, what are thoughts of management? Management thoughts are the outcome of researches, studies, and results in the field of management. What are management thoughts? Underline it and write. Management thoughts are the outcome of researches that researches they had done studies doing this result gives and this, and out of that the result in the field of management. Every thought present in its unique observation. Every thought has its unique observation. Many management gurus have represented different principles by separate opinions. Hence, so many branches, sub-branches have been developed. It is called thoughts or approaches of management. So, what are the thoughts of management? A two-mark question that is asked in your exam. So, what are the thoughts of management? Entire answer will come. The management thoughts are the outcome of researches to are known as thoughts of management. Please underline the word from management starting to approaches of management, thoughts or approaches of management. This is your answer of the two-mark question. What are the thoughts of management or approaches of management? Now, in that, what kind of thoughts are there? First is your classical theory. Thoughts of classical theory. Classical word gives you a old type of like previously old age or traditional form. In the same way, classical is thoughts of management presented in the end of 19th century is known thoughts of classical theory. So what are the thoughts of classical theory that are presented in the end of 19th century? Now, who were the promoters of? He means who had given these thoughts. Main promoters of thoughts of classical theory are Frederick Taylor, Max Weber, Gilbreth, Henry Gantt, and Henry Fayol. Students, right difference between both Henry. So totally the person that had promoted classical theory is F.W. Taylor, that is termed as Frederick Taylor, Max Weber, Gilbreth, Henry Gantt, and Henry Fayol. Five as that. Why I am giving this? Because it comes in a two-mark question. Who are the contributors of classical theory? So short answer, but it should have accuracy. The contributors or the promoters of classical theory are Frederick Taylor, Max Weber, Gilbreth, Henry Gantt, and Henry Fayol. Right. Taylor's contribution in thoughts of classical theory is very important. So, whose contribution is very important? Taylor's theory. Scientific management principles presented by Frederick Taylor also exist in the thoughts of classical theory of management even today. Now, we have seen principles of management given by Henry Fayol, administrative principles of management given by Henry Fayol, but now we are seeing the word and underline that scientific management principles that are given by Frederick Taylor and that are part of classical theory thoughts only, right? Approach of scientific management favors scientific principles by time and motion study instead of traditional method. What does they show? Time and motion study instead of traditional method that you will see in that methods only. Main contribution of scientific principles relies in specialization in management. Now, what does it contribute? Scientific principles management is contribution is it lies in that it gives specialization in management. Main contribution of scientific principle lies into underline that line specialization in management, progressive wage system. Right, progress traditionally wage system was different. Now progressive wage system, responsibility, and scientific distribution of tasks. That work is assigned as per the scientific analysis. Contribution of Henry Fayol in thoughts of classical theory is also significant. So we have seen about F.W. Taylor. F.W. Taylor, that is Frederick Taylor, that has given scientific principles of management, that has given specialization in management, that has given progressive wage system, responsibility, and scientific distribution of tasks. These are the contribution of Frederick Taylor in classical theories of management. In the same way, Henry Fayol was another promoter that has given his own principles. What were they? Contribution of Henry Fayol in thoughts of classical theory is also significant. that is important. He significantly contributed to thoughts of management by presenting general principles of management. That 14 principles that were division of work, then that was a principle of authority and responsibility, principle of unity of command, principle of unity of direction. Remember all the 14 principles? That were the contribution given by Henry Fair. He decided levels of different tasks in business unit and tried to decide limits to of tasks. Right, he has given as per the level different tasks are given and limits are given. To perform managerial duty at different levels, he also provided universal principles of management as guidelines. Right, to perform managerial duty at different levels, so he also provided universal principles of management as a guidelines. Apart from this, there is a contribution of Max Weber. PhD name the contributor was, remember and repeat with me, contributors were Frederick Taylor, Max Weber, Wilbrecht, Henry Grant and Henry Ware. So in that we had seen about F.W. Taylor, there is Frederick Taylor's contribution, we had seen Henry Ware's seen. Now the next is Max Weber. Into thoughts of classical theory. Till the end of 19th century, formats and size started to change due to industrial revolution. Industrial revolution has taken place and because of that, working of the industries has been changed. As a result, need for changes is arise due to some limitations of thoughts of classical theory like importance to financial motivation, less important to human approach and formal relation. So what are the limitations of classical theory? Again a two-mark question. Okay, so in this, limitations of thoughts of classical theory like importance of financial motivation, more important to the wage system, progressive wage system, remember, less important to human approach and informal relations. These were the limitations of classical thoughts of theory. Now students, your question comes in the two-mark question also, the three-mark question. Classical thoughts of theory. If it comes entirely in a two-mark question, you need to give what are the classical thoughts that were given before 19th at the end of 19th century. That is, who are the contributors of it. This is the contribution. Two-mark question, it is enough. And but it comes to when a three-mark question is to be written, meaning an introduction of thoughts of classical theory. Classical thoughts of management, right? What is your thoughts of classical theory is your question in a three-mark question. So what are the thoughts of management? Definition is given, it will come in the meaning. Then your inner material, that is your topic, will be thoughts of classical theory. Underline it. Don't write point in between. You write, make a star or a show of bullet sign and write it point-wise. First one. Thoughts of management presented till the end of 19th century is known as thoughts of classical theory. So in this, you will underline till the end and is known as classical theory. Second point, arrow, star, bullet, dot, whatever you want to write, but no numbering please. Then main promoters of classical theory are Frederick Taylor, Max Weber, Gilbreth, Henry Gantt, Henry Pearl, right? This is the contribution of Taylor, that you had written scientific principles of management based. Then Henry Fell's contribution, point wise only, no paragraph writing. Then Max Weber has also contributed. So these were before as industrial revolution. After industrial revolution, there were certain limitations seen in classical theory. So next heading goes, after writing all these points, were limitations of classical thoughts of theory. Right, in that you are going to write need for changes arise due to some limitation, that is classic thoughts of classical theory like importance was given to financial motivation, less important to human approach. It would be more impactful answer if you write as limitations, importance to more financial motivation. Then again next one, less important to human approach, next line, and informal relations. Students, presentation totally depends on your choice, right? But you need to write this, and after that, final answer goes with conclusion, right? Hence, this was the contribution of uh, classical thoughts of theory and were helpful for doing the management purpose. Means it goes with your own suggestion. Is it clear? Now thoughts of neoclassical theory. To remove the limitations of thoughts of classical theory, some management experts made changes and established new approaches, which is called thoughts of neoclassical theory. Now, what are neoclassical theory? To bring changes in the classical theory, they had given new approaches, which is called thoughts of neoclassical theory. To bring changes in classical theory, new was introduced and it is termed as neoclassical theory. Right. At the end of 19th century, after industrial revolution, format of units, industries was changed and need was arised about new kind of management. Right. So because of that, what happened? Industrial revolution. What was the reason for change? Industrial revolution. Format of unit, working of unit was changed, industries was changed, and a need was arise a new kind of management. Right. In the start of 20th century, Australian industrial psychologist underlined that line Elton Mayo, who was the Australian industrialist and psychologist also. Right. Elton Mayo's theory, what was the theory? Theory of Hawthorne gave a new birth to behavior-oriented thoughts. What was the theory? Theory of Hawthorne and gave a birth to behavior-oriented thoughts. What kind of thoughts? Behavior, human behavior. See, in that we had seen negligence of human approach was there. And now, see, less important to human approach is there. So here they will give importance to human, and human approach means obviously controlling or managing the human behavior. So Alton Meyer is called promoter of thoughts of neoclassical theory. MCQ, who was the promoter of neoclassical theory? Alton Mayo. Who was Alton Mayo? Alton Mayo was an American industrial psychologist, sorry, Australian industrial psychologist. Is it clear? And he has given behavior related thoughts. Right. Thoughts of neoclassical theory emphasizes upon human behavior approach and group behavior for management. Two things, behavior approach and group behavior for management. Additions were made to the thoughts of neoclassical theory, like what kind of, we had seen negligence of, what was your informal relations, right? Here they had given importance to informal relations, organization, sorry, human behavior, human relations, inspiration, etc. Underline it on what that neoclassical theory has emphasized. They had emphasized on informal organization. Formal organization means we are working, the principals, our management, teachers, when we work over here, we are having formal relation. Here, suppose anyone is a principal is a friend of a teacher. So when they are working as a school, at that time there is a formal relation and that is formal organization. But when after the school they can treat themselves as a friend also. So that is a kind of informal. Is it clear? So informal organization, human behavior, human relations, our the relation, many times personal human relations helps instead of professional. Right? Inspiration, etc. are elements based on thoughts of classical theory. Alton Mayo, who are the contribution, main contributor was, promoter was Alton Mayo. Alton Mayo, Hesberg, Rennie Slicker, Chris Argyris, McGregor, and Maslow are the main contributor in thoughts of neoclassical theory. Alton Mayo was an Australian industrialist psychologist. He was the main promoter. Other than that, you will write Alton Mayo, then Hesberg, Francis Rickard, Chris Argyris, McGregor, and Maslow are main contributors in this thought. In the branches of thoughts of neoclassical theory, human relations or human behavior thought, social mechanism thought, and social arrangement thoughts are made. What are made? Underline that tag. Theory in the branches of thoughts of neoclassical theory, human relations or human behavior thoughts and social mechanism thoughts and social arrangement thoughts are made. Social mechanism thought and social arrangement thoughts are made. Human behavior thought is as below. So neoclassical theory is divided against other parts. First is one that is thoughts of behavior related. Your classical theory doesn't have any part, but your neoclassical theory has the part, and among that one is thoughts of behavior related. Right, so we are going to see this in next lecture. Till then, go through classical theory of management and neoclassical theory of management, and then we are going to see other what are the parts of neoclassical theory. Students, it is quite possible you are not able to understand or you are not able to remember. So when the class is you are listening to my lectures, repeat with me. I repeat many times, like I had repeated many times. Who were the contributors of classical theory? Five were there. Now you can you say without my repeat? First one was the first one? Frederick Taylor. Remember Max Weber, Gilbreth, Henry Grant, and Henry Fair. See, if I can remember while teaching, so you can also remember while learning. Repeat. When I ask you to repeat, you go through your book. Because we are repeating 3, 4 times, it will be easily deposited in your mind. And please, if you have any doubts, come and ask on WhatsApp. I will help you to cure your doubts. And as I said earlier, anyone of you want to come online, just request me. I'll give you the time slot and you can join me online and clear your doubts. Is it clear? So meanwhile, go through the thoughts of neoclassical theory and thoughts of classical theory.